In May 2025, Gianluigi Donnarumma is the hero as PSG win their first ever Champions League, capping off a historic treble. Just fast forward months later, every single thing changes, and at that very moment, honestly, I was shocked. I thought after that season, Donnarumma will be a mainstay at PSG for years to come. Something shocking happened. He ended up being sold off to Man City for a bargain, only 26 to 30 million, and PSG decided to splash almost 50 mil on Chevalier as their new number one. And now fast forward to December 2025, and he's not even the starter anymore. He is not the starter anymore, and looks like after today, the performance that Savanov put up in the Intercontinental Final, I mean, incredible, man. Incredible. 4 penalties saved out of 5. That's a crazy performance, and I don't know if Chevalier will get his spot back. Now let's discuss, was he really a flop, and was the selling of Donnarumma the biggest mistake that PSG have made post the treble? Now overall, when I look at Donnarumma's PSG legacy, it didn't start off the best, right? Like Lucas, I wouldn't say started off incredibly, and we could see in the Champions League against Real Madrid, he made a crucial mistake. I don't think that was the reason they went out, honestly. I think that squad overall just didn't have the juice to win the Champions League. But he made a huge mistake, and Benzema capitalized on that by pressing him. And that is one of the reasons why Luis Enrique has decided to get rid of him, because his ball playing ability is perhaps maybe not one of the best. But I do think it's kind of underrated. I don't think his ball playing ability is as bad as people say it is. But yeah, at that time, PSG decided to sign Donnarumma for free, mind you. For free. That is an incredible signing. And that was off the back of the Euro 2020 finals. And yeah, we all know how that turned out. Incredible performance. The penalty save, the celebration, all that was cold, man. Like, Donnarumma was incredible, and he was still so young at that very moment. But what makes it so shocking to me is that Donnarumma left when he hit his peak for PSG. Like, last season was Donnarumma's best season in a PSG jersey. There's no doubt about that. We look at that UCL knockout campaign. That was insane, man. That was insane. Donnarumma had highlights on highlights in the knockout round. Without him, I don't think PSG wins the Champions League. And honestly, I'll double down on that. PSG do not win the Champions League without Donnarumma. They just don't. You look at the Liverpool fixture, makes 2 crucial saves in the penalty shootout for them to go through. Aston Villa was on the brink of eliminating PSG, and I thought Donnarumma has some incredible saves in that tie as well. Yes, Arsenal was pretty solid as well, and we all know in the Champions League, he kept a clean sheet against Inter. Inter didn't do much, but still, he kept that clean sheet in the final. He helped them reach the Club World Cup final as well. He won the Yashin Trophy. He was named in the best 11 of FIFA. They even crowned him the best goalkeeper of the year because of that UCL run. And again, I'll say it, he is not perfect on the ball. He's not even good on the ball, but Donnarumma, I don't think the way Donnarumma played affected PSG at all. Like, PSG was still a force to be reckoned with. PSG was still so incredible. I don't think changing goalies into a guy who can play better on his feet, I don't think that changes PSG at all. Honestly, I don't think that changes it at all. And from what we've seen, they look a lot worse. When I look at a goalie, for me, it is more important for a goalie to have good shot-stopping ability than for him to have good feet. If he's just average on the ball and can just, ping it out, just get rid of it, that's enough for me. If he's incredible shot-stopping ability-wise, that's all you need, honestly, from a goalie. But Luis Enrique went ahead and got Lucas. Was obviously goalkeeper of the year last season in the Ligue 1, but he's just incredible with his feet. That is one thing about him. But when we look at Donnarumma, I mean, he is clutch. Donnarumma is one of the clutchest goalies in the world, and in a penalty shootout, most of the time, I'm backing Donnarumma. I'm backing Donnarumma to the moon. PSG fans loved him as well just because of that run last year. But then we get to the summer and contract talks start to stall. And Donnarumma wanted to become one of the highest earners in the club. And can you blame him? Honestly, I can't blame him at all. I know a lot of times fans like to churn on players because of the money talks, but in this situation, I don't think Donnarumma's in the wrong at all. I mean, if I look at PSG's wage structure last season, this guy was making less than Lucas Hernandez, bro. What did Lucas Hernandez even do last year? Can you guys even recall what he did? Because I don't, to be honest. He wasn't a big part of this team. And Dembele's the highest earner of the club. I do think Donnarumma can be second or third in the highest earners category. Hakimi, Donnarumma, and Dembele, I mean, those 3 guys, I think they deserve to be paid pretty well. And the fact that they didn't want to give him the money is interesting, to be honest. I think all this was really a financial decision on PSG's end. Yes, you got a younger goalie. Yes, you got one of the best goalies in the league last year. But when we look at what Chevalier is getting paid, it's way less than when Donnarumma was getting paid. And also, he's not even top 10 in the highest earners of PSG, which is crazy. So I think for PSG, that was a big business decision. And you could also get money out of Donnarumma, which you rather get some money because, I mean, obviously you got him for free, but you rather get some money than for him to leave next year on a free. So in that end day, maybe it was a smart decision. But when we talk about football and football-wise, it wasn't a smart decision. But also, Enrique pushed very, very hard for a ball-playing goalkeeper. So in the end day, he pushed hard, and also I feel like he had a huge factor in telling PSG it's not a big deal if Donnarumma leaves. We can get another goalie and a guy who can actually play on his feet. And yeah, they went ahead and signed Lucas Chevalier from Lille for around 40 million plus bonuses. But the interesting thing about him was not only was he good on his feet, but also he prevented the most goals in the league. So yeah, Donnarumma was essentially pushed out. I don't think he wanted to leave that season, but he was essentially pushed out. He was left out the Super Cup squad. And yeah, honestly, for what Donnarumma is, he was sold pretty cheap to Man City. And we can see right now in Man City, I mean, Donnarumma's thriving. Like, Man City fans are over the moon. They were saying, look, we were with Ederson these last couple years, but now Donnarumma has changed my life. That's what a lot of Man City fans are saying, and I don't blame them, man. I don't blame them at all. It's kind of crazy that Pep has a goalie like Donnarumma now. Like, that's not the type of goalie that Pep usually has. A guy who's not really exceptional with the ball on his feet, but still, I mean, Donnarumma, the way he's saving shots, he's kind of saving this Man City defense at times. And I would say he's been pretty good there, man. He's been exceptional. But when you look on the PSG side, the struggles that Lucas has had, man, they are glaring. He still has a lot of time, and he's only 23, which is pretty young for a goalie, if we're being honest. But just what I've seen from him this season, he's like a cone and goal, man. He's like a cone and goal. His shot-stopping ability has been horrible, and that is something that, if you didn't watch him from last season, you would think this is the story of his whole career. But he was actually pretty good last season when it comes to his shot-stopping ability. So I don't know if it's pressure. I don't know if it's the limelight. I don't know what it is, but this season, I mean, he's making horrible mistakes, right? He's making horrible mistakes, so I wonder if he can turn this around. His distribution is still, I mean, pretty good. His distribution, his passing is still, I mean, he's pretty good at that. That is his bread and butter. But I mean, against Marseille, in the 5th minute, he completely misjudges a cross, and Aguerd scores from that, and PSG end up losing that game because of that mistake. Compared to Donnarumma, he's very shaky at coming out the box. He's very shaky when it comes to commanding in the box. PSG are conceding more goals early on at this point, and a lot of fans are cheering on him. A lot of fans want him gone in January. A lot of fans are saying that he's not the goalie of the future. A lot of them prefer Safanov. His errors, to me, has costed PSG more points than Donnarumma's whole career in PSG. And honestly, when you look at the bigger picture, Chevalier's errors have costed PSG more games than what Donnarumma's distributions would have. Let's be honest. I thought PSG last season didn't really have a need for a goalie that could play out the back. I never even noticed that, but Luis Enrique wanted a goalie to play out the back, and has it really changed much in PSG? I don't know if it has, but I think a lot of fans harp on young players. Everybody says we need young players, and I get why they signed him. He's young, right? But Donnarumma's only 26, man. Donnarumma's 26. I know it's hard to believe. I thought he's like 30 in my mind. This guy's only 26. Chevalier's only 2 to 3 years younger. What was the point, honestly? I don't get the point. The only point that I really see is his ball playing ability and the wage structure. That's the only reason why they made this signing. I mean, his save percentage is horrible. All right, he's 12th in save percentage among all goalies in Ligue 1. He has a save percentage of 68. But even when we look at the crosses stopped, he's 10th. I don't know if that's great. He's smack down the middle, but a goalie that doesn't face a lot of crosses, I don't know if that's the best, to be honest. Now, Chevalier could still become a great goalie for PSG. I mean, early on in the season, this guy saved 2 pens in a row. You know what I mean? So he still has great potential. I mean, last season for Lille, we saw it. This guy could become great. He could be France's #1. He has so much potential. But again, this season has not gone the best, and I do wonder if PSG move on from him or they trust him. Because Safanov, after today, bro, he has to be the starter for sure, right? He has to be the starter. Maybe Enrique brings back Chevalier because of his ball playing ability, but I don't know, man. I think he's just been a goalie that's without confidence. He has no confidence at this point in time, and you cannot have a goalie like this, especially going into big Champions League games, right? So we'll see. I do think it was still a big mistake to sell Donnarumma. I still think he was young. And if, you know, Donnarumma leaves for free, he leaves for free, then you can make this signing next year. PSG's a rich club in the end day. But let me know in the comments below what you guys have thought of this whole debacle between Donnarumma, PSG, Chevalier, the way he's performed. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe for daily football content. And as always, peace out.